China's irregular maritime forces and their strategic role in the South China Sea. China's use of irregular maritime forces, including the China Coast Guard, maritime militia, and distant water fishing fleets, has become a key strategy in asserting territorial claims in the South China Sea. Unlike traditional military forces, these entities operate in a gray zone, blurring the line between civilian and military role. This tactic allows China to push its interest without triggering direct military confrontations, maintaining plausible deniability while advancing geopolitical ambitions. The China Coast Guard and maritime militia are central to China's efforts to assert control in disputed regions. These forces often engage in aggressive maneuvers, including blocking, ramming, or escorting foreign vessels out of contested water. What makes these actions so strategically advantageous for China is that they can be framed as non military even though they serve military like purposes such as intelligence gathering, surveillance, and other support for People's Liberation Army Navy. These forces operate under the radar of international law. By avoiding direct military engagement, China complicates the response of other nations, which are often hesitant to escalate tensions over actions that appear civilian in nature. The 2016 ruling by the Permanent Court of Arbitration, which invalidated China's 9-dash line, claims that has non-deterred these operations. Instead, China continues to rely on its regular maritime forces to enforce its claim, effectively ignoring international legal ruling while positioning itself as a dominant power in the region. China's use of irregular maritime forces presents significant challenges for countries with competing claims in the South China Sea, including Vietnam, the Philippines, and Malaysia. The presence of these forces has created a state of perpetual tension in the region, where naval forces of neighboring nations find themselves in constant encounters with China's irregular fleets. Moreover, the strategic ambiguity of these forces make diplomatic negotiations more difficult as China's actions fall in a legal gray area that is difficult to counter without escalating conflict. On a global scale, China's maritime strategy reflects a broader shift towards unconventional methods of power projection. By relying on these irregular forces, China can focus its regular military forces on other objectives, such as expanding its naval capabilities beyond its coastal waters and into the broader. The use of these irregular forces is not just about territorial claim, it's also about reshaping the regional power dynamics, challenging the existing international order, and asserting China's influence on the global stage.